Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Richie here, aka the Aquaman. This video is another one of my live streams with Chris Lukaup, aka the Shrimp King, and also he works for Denali. We talk about everything. I don't know if you guys are aware, but he was a very famous bass player in a few bands that toured the world, over 2,000 shows. So we go in depth into his music career. We talk shrimp, we talk nano tanks, we talk everything. So yeah, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, comment as usual. If not, leave a comment anyway. Tell me how crap I am, or or not. Yeah, so enjoy the video.
Hello.
Hey ho.
How's it going?
Well, it's late. I'm old. I have to go to bed.
No, 10 o'clock? No way.
It's 10 o'clock. For me, it's over. Party's over. Enough rock and roll for Friday.
I don't believe you.
No way. Not the way.
Not for a bass player.
Yeah, I turned 50. And
No way.
in the night I turned 50, I cut my hair. Like 50, 60 centimeters. Look at that. I'm a short hair guy now.
Well, yeah. Well, I can't say anything. Mine looks like I'm growing moss.
Well, you are more like more the, what can I call it? Hardcore. You know, I was real metal, you know, like hard rock, Whitesnake, and Dimmu Borgir, Slayer with headbanging and all that stuff.
Hey, I met Tom and Kerry. I had a beer with those guys.
I played with them on the same stage just before Slayer, and I met them, and they're great guys. So
Yeah, they were.
was something like a highlight in my career. But I played with almost everybody except Metallica and AC/DC.
You
With the
played with
rest,
you played with Pantera?
of course,
Wow.
many times. Yeah, with my band we toured the world a couple of times. I played like 2,000
Wow.
shows. I don't remember.
Wow. Are
But
you
now I'm into shrimp. As you can see, I'm into shrimp, and
King?
yeah,
Have you taught any of them to play the bass yet?
my bass is there. I can play a little something for you. I mean, some fast slapping techniques.
Awesome. Well, Flea was one of my favorite bass players. Flea from the Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I know. But you know what the funny story was? We played in Mexico, and suddenly my singer asked me, "Chris, who is the guy behind our drums sitting there?" And I said, "I have no idea who that guy is." And you know who it was? Was the drummer of Red Hot Chili Peppers sitting in the back, right in the back of our drummer, and watching the whole show from the back there. And next day, you know, we played in front of like 2,000 people. He invited me to the stadium and the band and said, "You know what? Tomorrow we play in front of 40,000 people." That's the difference. That's the difference, you know?
Yeah. Well,
But
I played in a few bands, but nothing of that caliber.
it's not important. It's not important at all. As long as you have fun,
Oh
that's the
yeah,
most important.
I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I still got friends now that are playing in bands and that are professional musicians. My mate Mike, he's a drummer in a death metal band.
Okay.
Desecration.
You know, I'm out now like 10 years, so I have no idea who the new bands are.
Oh,
I'm
they're not
still
you.
stuck
They've
with the
been
old
around.
guys.
They've been around for donkey's years. Yeah,
I'm stuck with Slayer, with Dimmu Borgir.
I love
I
that.
listen a lot of hard rock stuff as well. You know, like I have plenty of stuff on my computer, like I don't know, Whitesnake and stuff like that. The young kids don't know that anymore.
No. Well, I turned 40 now in August. I was born in 80, so
Well, you're still young. You know, I'm really old now. So look here, get some gray hairs. It's horrible. I'm 50.
I've got plenty.
I thought that rock and roll keeps me young, but forget it. It's not the case. It's not the case. Even I thought I'm really rock and roll, but no, forget it. I will get old, and I will just, I think, 20 years max.
No, you got the shrimp to keep you going.
Well, the shrimp is a part of my life. Yeah, But it's not everything. A lot of people think that I'm just all day talking about shrimp, just shrimp.
No.
I have plenty of other things to do. But of course, if shrimp people watch, they can ask us questions. We are here also to
of course,
questions.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I did ask your good friend Oliver if he'd do a live stream.
He was here today. Oliver he was here today. He got 2 betas from me, and we had a good talk, like always when he comes here.
Yeah.
And Oliver is a really nice guy. And this whole aquatic, he's the one that I really like best. Him, and of course there's George Farmer, there's Corey McElroy, Joel. But Ollie is my good buddy for like 25 years now.
Wow. Okay, you've known each other that long.
We started when I was studying. I studied philosophy. We started in the same pet shop, and besides the studies, I worked in a pet shop in Stuttgart, in Germany, and Oliver too. So we like, that was in the 90s, beginning of the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. Funny.
Oh, wow. I'm yet to see the tank behind me. I need shrimp in there.
You have shrimp in there?
Not yet. I want some.
Okay.
But
come and get some. I give you some for free. I have plenty. Have you seen my new video on Instagram?
Which one did I see last? I saw one.
Look at this from today. 160,000 shrimp.
Is that what you have?
Look at that one. It will blow you away. 160,000 shrimp. 1,000, not 100. Like 160,000 shrimp.
I love some of the Sulawesi stuff, but apparently they're supposed to be really difficult to keep. Is that true? Or?
Yes, it's difficult. I would say that without the shrimp salts, I would not even try. I mean, in the past, when the Sulawesis came up, I was the first one who photographed them, and I've been at the lake also. At the lakes, there's 5 lakes.
Your photography is just ridiculously good, man.
I'm not a photographer, in fact. I'm not a photographer.
Yeah,
I have no idea about photographing. I just click the button in the right moment. And the light. The light is the most important when it comes to aquatic photography. Without the proper light, I would not even start. I mean, nowadays with the cell phones, it's much more easy. But with the camera, still, it's difficult. But I'm not a photographer. I'm a musician. I'm an artist. But
me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I think we share that in common, especially being the rhythm section.
Absolutely.
Have you ever played?
I'm just lucky to click the button in the right moment.
You're modest, I think.
Oh, I'm not. I'm honest. I know that I'm not a photographer. If somebody asks me about, so Chris, how's the technique working? How you do it with all that? I say, I have no idea. I just try to find the right moment, and then I click the camera. That's it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, your photographs always look like super colorful and super sharp. So do you use any special camera, or you use your cell phone? Or
I have a couple of cameras. If you look here in the bag, I have several cameras. I have underwater cases and all that stuff. But I use Canon for many years now, and I have the EOS. For the underwater landscape pictures for filming, I have the 5D Mark II.
That's what my friend.
Yeah, because it has a very good ISO. So this is important when you go underwater, because the light is not so great. You need to have a camera that can handle that. And for my aquarium pictures, I have the 7D. And I bought just a couple of weeks ago the 90D. I mean, that's what I work with, and also have with the 7D, I work with the macro from Sigma. That's nothing special. It's just old stuff. But I think it's also to know that the most important is also, besides the light, and you need to know the animals, how they react and how they go, and then you can take a good photo, because a photo is, in fact, not only to press the button. You have to know your animals and how they react to everything.
Yeah, for sure. I struggle to get fish, especially in focus. Especially by
I do it all manually. And this takes a lot of time. If you take the fish in focus, it takes a lot of time, and you have to be patient. Patience is the most important. I have to make more light here, so put the screen on.
Yeah, I've had to turn my light down because it's crazy bright. It's on number 2 right now.
Okay. Let me just see, I have a lot of people that say hello, and they want to know some things, and it's too fast for me. I don't see who is asking me questions.
Well,
but guys, let's see if we have questions there so we can answer them. If the people are live here and watching,
because I'm hosting it, there's actually a questions tab. You haven't got it. You haven't got it on your screen, but on my screen, if next to the comments box, there's a questions tab. If people want to ask questions, if they click the tab and type the question in there, then we won't miss it. All
right, but the guys, if they want, of course, they can ask me the questions, and I hope I can answer them.
Hopefully.
Because what I'm not so happy if the people ask questions and I don't get an answer. So I'm really trying to.
I'm trying to scan them as quick as I can. But there's just lots of people shouting out, saying hi and stuff. I think Pedro's here.
Pedro is always there. He's very loyal.
He's watched a few of my streams. Bless him. Miami Aquascaping. Pedro Moriera's here.
Miami. Let me see. Somebody's asking me when I go back to the U.S. As soon as they open the borders, I sit in the next Delta plane. I'm off to Atlanta. I have to go to Louisiana. I have to go to Alabama, to Tennessee, Virginia. So as soon as there's the borders open again, be sure I will sit in the next plane. I'm off to the U.S.
Have you been to the UK?
UK, I toured with my band like 5-6 times, and I gave talks as well on about fish and shrimp and all that. I've been, I don't know, maybe 20 times to the UK.
Oh, okay. Have you ever been to Wales?
I've been to Wales maybe 5 times.
Oh, okay. What part of Wales?
I played in Glasgow with my band, and the funny thing
Glasgow's in Scotland.
No, in Wales I've been also. Yeah, but I know I've been in Wales, in Scotland, in England. I've been everywhere. We played everywhere with the band. Believe me, I know that I played there.
I just wondered if there's anywhere in particular in Wales. JP, you spelt Wales wrong. Come on now.
I have to go back at the homepage of the band to see where we played, but I know I've been
there. That's okay.
It
was probably the capitals, probably something like Cardiff, I expect.
For sure. I have to look, but I'll let you know because, of course, Glasgow is the capital of Scotland.
That's right.
I should know that. Yeah, I've been in 85 countries, but just with the UK, I get confused sometimes.
I'm not as well traveled as you.
I was just in the US. I think I was about 50 times.
Crazy. So, I've never been. I'd love to go to the US.
Well, it's a beautiful country. There's very nice people there. It's just the politics that I'm not a big friend of. and that's why, you know, that I named a crayfish after Edward Snowden. I did a scientific description and I named a crayfish after Edward Snowden. So Edward Snowden is my friend. So then you know where I'm standing with Julian Assange, with Edward Snowden. And I hope I can fly to Moscow in the near future and meet him, because I know that he saw that a species was described after him, but I don't know. I would like to meet him.
Oh, okay. These people keep writing Wales wrong, so I just typed there you go. There, now you know how to spell it. There you go. That's how you spell Wales. Come on, guys. Oh, God. So how did you end up getting into shrimp, of all things?
I was always in aquatics, you know. When I toured with the band, I always went to see also the shrimp or the crayfish in the rivers. So when we toured the US, of course, I went crayfishing after the show and before the show. And in the tour bus, I had a lot of crayfish. And all these musicians that came in and the journalists, they thought that I'm really creepy, you know. Like, what happened with you? What you are in what? Into crayfish? What is that? And shrimp? Do you eat them? You carry them in the tour bus to eat them later? I said, no. This is my hobby.
These are my friends.
So, I mean, I started with aquatics when I was like 3, 4, 5 years old.
Yeah, I got into it. I got into it young as well.
Yeah. So in our times, we got in very young, because now the kids are so distracted with everything, like with PlayStations or computers and this and that.
Yeah, it's all technology, isn't it?
Yeah, but for example, I tried to download the game yesterday because I never play. Never. The last time I played is maybe 10 years ago. I'm trying to download Age of Empires because I really would like to play again for a couple of hours, because the last time is 10 years ago that I really played a game on the computer. I don't have time for that, but I need some distraction because now, I stay at home in the evening, so I need some distraction.
Yeah, this is when you're not out photographing fish and crayfish and shrimp. Yeah,
I did plenty of hours of photographing. It's also enough. Today I filmed like 3-4 hours. It's enough.
So are you on lockdown now? Do you work home? What's it like in Germany?
I always have the home office, my computer here. I have down the shrimp room, but the internet is not that good. I have like 16 tanks down there, nanocubes from Denele.
Because you work with Denele as well, don't you?
Well, I would say yes, because I'm the creative director of Denele.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Of course, and Shrimp King is a Denele brand. So, guys, if you want to support me, you're feeding my kids. My kids are very hungry. So, if you support Shrimp King,
well, funny enough, my first, I had a big planted discus tank years ago, in the house I'm in now. Actually, I've been here 12 years, and it was fully planted, beautiful big discus. Lots of wood, lots of Amazon swords, that kind of thing. Before I even knew what aquascaping was, before I'd heard of Takashi Amano or anything like that, it's just like a lot of people, I found a lot of wood. I just bashed it in my tank, planted it up in gravel, and it just looked all right to me at the time. But anyway, I had a big, massive drama with that tank, and I lost a lot of fish through no fault of my own, actually. But that's a whole nother story. And then I basically lost my temper with the whole thing. I took the tank outside, I emptied it, I sold off all my equipment, and I didn't have a tank for years. And then the first tank I bought, when I got the bug again, was a Denele 30 liter cube tank.
I appreciate that. Many years ago, I brought this concept to Denele. It was in 2006 or something, because I proposed it to Eheim first and Tetra. And Tetra built one tank for me, didn't do so well. Then I went to Eheim and said, hey, I have a whole concept. Do you want to distribute it and sell it? And they told me, you know what, Chris, we don't think that this will work. Nano is not will not work. And then I went to Denele and they did the whole concept. So, yeah.
Yeah, and now everyone's got nanos and shallow tanks and all sorts of crazy things. Well, yeah, it was funny.
Somebody's asking me, it's too dark. They cannot see me. I have to answer this guy. You know why it's so dark here? I was born in Transylvania. If I go to the light, you know what happens? Honestly, really, I was born in Transylvania. If you don't believe it, Google it. And that's why I cannot be in full light. I'm sorry. It's always dark here. And I'm not so active during the day, especially in the sunlight. I'm not so active. I was born in Brașov in Romania as a member of the German minority, but it's still Transylvania.
That is
so
cool.
That's why that's why it's so dark.
That is cool. Who was I talking to the other day? Adam Pascala, and he was saying about the Frodo stone. Transylvania is one of the geological places where Frodo stone comes from.
What? I didn't know that.
No, neither did I, until he said. It was there. Somewhere in Poland and then somewhere else. He was saying about the geology of where Frodo stone comes from.
Okay. I didn't know that. I mean, back then there was no aquascaping, but Adam is one of the best aquascapers on the planet in my view.
Such a cool guy, so chilled as well.
Oh, very nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so chilled too.
Aqua Expo 2020? Where's the Aqua Expo 2020? Somebody's asking there.
Yeah, I saw them. Shrimps from paper.
Yeah. Shrimps from paper. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, are you at the Aqua Expo 2020? There's nothing decent.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that will happen. So the Interzoo was also canceled. A lot of big fairs canceled. So if it's in Dortmund, yes, it's in Dortmund. Of course, my friend Michael Schönefeld, he's the one holding that event. So if it's happening, I will go. Yeah. Pedro can sing.
Pedro, yeah.
Pedro, send me a video where you sing some, let's see, Metallica or something, and then you can join the band.
Give him something.
Send us a demo.
Give him some Lamb of God to sing.
Okay.
Or Five Finger Death Punch, someone like that.
Have you heard the new Dimmu Borgir? I'm really a fan now. I mean, was blowing me away, Dimmu Borgir.
Where do you stand on Rammstein?
Rammstein, I love them like when they started in the beginning, like 15, 20 years ago. I was one of the first fans of that band. And we have been at the same label where they signed also. And we had great ideas with our band. And we told it to the manager of Rammstein. And half a year later, we saw our ideas at their concert.
Oh dear, not good. So do you speak German?
Natürlich, ich bin Deutscher.
Right, I don't. But in the Rammstein song where they say "Du hast Milch," this sounds like "Do you have milk?" Is that what they say?
No.
No.
No, du hast. It's a double meaning. It says du hast mich, and it can mean you have and you hate me. You know, the hast means you have, du hast, you have, and when you continue the sentence, it's say du hast mich. It has a double meaning. You have me or you hate me.
Okay. Yeah. That's my high school German view. That's about I can count to like, I don't know, maybe 20 in German, and that's about as far as I go.
Doesn't matter. We can speak. Everybody speaking English. I mean, I can speak even Romanian or Spanish or Indonesian or a bit of Russian, some French.
So
what would you like?
Put me to shame now. I can't even speak Welsh, and I'm from Wales. So.
Oh no! Don't tell me that. Really?
No. The thing is, in our schools when I was growing up, they basically taught Welsh as a second language. So unless you were brought up in the north, or you were brought up, your family speaking Welsh, from a young age, the Welsh is like, it's the second oldest language in the world, but I can't even speak it. I can speak a few words and sentences, but it's making a comeback now.
No worries, I can't speak that either. JP asked me if I can speak Portuguese. I understand Portuguese, but I don't speak it because you know that my wife is from Chile, so that's why I speak Spanish. And Spanish and Portuguese, some words are similar, or a lot of words are similar, but I actually don't speak it. But I understand a bit.
There we go. So what was I going to ask you? I've asked you a little bit about shrimp. But I guess, do you ever get bored of talking about shrimp? Would you rather talk?
I don't get bored about it because today I didn't talk too much about shrimp, so for me it's not a big deal to talk now about shrimp.
You're into betas.
has been here, but we didn't talk that much about shrimp. I mean, we talked about other stuff, more private things.
About aquascaping, because obviously
we talked about 2 minutes about aquascaping, 2 minutes about shrimp, 3 about beta, and the rest private stuff.
Fair enough. So you're into beta as well?
The what?
You're into beta.
Beta, yeah, I am to beta as well. I'm into all the nano fish I have. Next time I have to show you my tanks because I have to improve the internet down there is really bad. So if I go down,
get a booster.
Yeah.
Get yourself a booster. Yeah, I've been searching for probably the last 15 years for a king crowntail betta. I saw one once, a black orchid, and I think it was on Aquabid. I didn't have a clue about Aquabid, so I didn't bother bidding on it. And that's the last one I've ever seen. I've never seen one since.
I have a lot of good bettas here because I am... Aquarium Dietzenbach is a friend of mine, and he gets great bettas from Thailand and from other places, I think Singapore as well, Indonesia. So there I always go. He has like 3,000 bettas there, and I always can choose whatever I like.
Nice.
And so that's why Oli came today to pick up 2 or 3 bettas. So Yeah, if you want to have a betta, come and get some. I mean,
You're in
like
Germany.
also with the shrimp, you can always have some shrimp. It's not no big deal. If you come to see me and visit me, I can give you a lot of stuff.
I would love to, but you're in Germany. I'm here in UK on lockdown, so.
Yeah, do some effort. Come on, it's not for free. You have to do some effort, of course.
Of course, of course. No, I mean me and my wife and my kids. I haven't been on holiday out of the UK for like 15 years.
There's somebody from Indonesia. Just say hi to Indonesia. Indonesia is one of my favorite countries out there. I've been in Jakarta many times. I've been in Sulawesi. I've been in Java. So now tell me again. I just want to say hi to the guy from Indonesia if he's greeting us. So repeat, what did you just tell me? I'm a man, so I cannot concentrate on 2 or 3 things at the same time. I'm just... The last thing that you said, what was it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I said for the last 15 years, I haven't been on holiday outside of the UK.
The last 15 years. So then you have to join me. You have to join me to one of the trips. Well, there's a lot of interesting stuff out there. I love to go to the springs in Florida because there you can see a lot of water plants. You can see fish. You can see crayfish, snails, everything. Florida is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some of your videos from there. And didn't you meet up with George and do some filming in the States as well?
I took him to one of the springs.
That's right.
That was funny.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
We snorkeled with the alligators.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm a little bit unprofessional, as you can see. I have to hold my cell phone with the one hand. And...
Mine too. You're on the back of my sofa.
Okay, so that's more easy. I have to hold it because of the light. If I turn around, guys will complain that I'm too dark. I wonder if anyone are you into are you into like nanoscapes and stuff like that? Is that more your thing, or do you like? That's my favorite.
Big scapes? Because I mean, some of the
big scapes, too much work. No. I like small little universes. I have down 15 different scapes, and every of those is different. So that's why I like different worlds. If you have big ones, you can do one, and you're busy with that all day. And I like to have different worlds.
Yeah, I suppose, like to have a lot of things on the go.
But you have a big tank, right?
It's only 90, 50, 50.
Well, that's big.
Nah, it's not big. Not compared to some of the ones.
For me, as the nano guy, that's
I suppose, yeah, I suppose. Well, some of the ones, I mean, because I run an aquarium design and maintenance business here in UK. So the biggest aquascape I've done is on a 900-litre system. So it's a private customer. He's got 2 big tanks. He's got a 1,200-litre system in his living room, which is it's crap, basically. It's just a few big fish swimming around in a tank. It's not nice. There's no shape to it. It's literally just like
I like to be flexible. With such a big aquarium, you are not flexible at all, you know. So I like to move it from one place to other, and tomorrow I change it, and the next day I already have a new scape.
Yeah.
But with a big tank, you cannot do that.
I really wanted to do a big black water system, almost biotope, but I'm not the type of guy which will go, oh, that plant there is not from that region, and that bit of sand there is not from that beach, and that pebble is not from. Do you know how, like,
I know
some of the guys are like, I'm not like that. It's like, you know, leaf litter and black water and sand.
I just see that the fish don't eat my shrimp, and that they're okay with the 30 liters. You know, that's about it.
The thing is, I've got to do a lot of different things for different people. That's why when I stumbled across the stuff the ADG guys do, the like the minimalist sort of hardscape only stuff.
Yes.
I love that stuff. It's really, really nice. And in the right, home or right environment, it looks amazing. But then equally, I love some of the really densely planted stuff, and I just love aquariums. I suppose I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to aquariums.
Me too. Don't worry. We both sit at home and look at our aquariums. Instead of.
Shall I show you my? Shall I show you my tank?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, and let's have a look. Oh, let's put my beer down. It's Friday night. The lights are down right now. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh, here's my tank.
I saw that. I think I saw it on your.
Yeah. This is the only tank I'm allowed in the house. Just turn the lights up because they're a bit.
Who is the person that don't allow you the things?
My wife.
Okay.
She doesn't. She likes the tank. She likes to look at the fish, but she doesn't like all the work. Here's my red tail raspberries. Forgotten that thing.
You know what? I bought my wife another house, so now she has her own house, and I am allowed to put whatever I want now here in this house.
Happy days. Yeah, so that's my little tank.
Beautiful. It's nice.
Beautiful. Oh, and then you had a close-up of my ugly mug. You don't want to see that. That's enough to scare the kids away from them fire. There we go. Turn it down now. Yeah, so all that's in there at the moment is those raspberries. I think there's about 10 of them in there. There's some Ottos and some Nerites. But I was supposed to get some more before the lockdown happened, but yeah, I haven't got around to getting that yet. But
you can order do you need some stuff right now? I mean,
no, not really. Because APC, the courier in the UK that does all the livestock, they've stopped right now transporting livestock. So the only deliveries I can get really now is plants.
Okay.
So I can still get plants through Aquaflora, luckily. And if I need soils and things like that, I can get those. But
JP Gomez asking me about
where did you film?
Where did you film all those shrimp? Well, some of the shrimp I filmed, of course, in my nanos tanks, but the shrimp that you saw today, the post from today with 160,000 shrimp, is from my friend Aquarium Dietzenbach. He's in Frankfurt. He's a wholesaler. I will go and visit him tomorrow morning. I will go live tomorrow because he really received 160,000 shrimp today, but he had a lot of shrimps in the past as well. So the video that you saw is composed from the last time I have been there. But he just called me today and he said, "Hey Chris, I received this extra because now shipping is very, very expensive and rarely flights go out and all that." So that's why he was so happy that he could receive 160,000 shrimp today. Other than most of the wholesalers in Europe, they don't receive nothing at the moment. So because no planes, nobody's flying, you can't buy any fish from Asia or so. Tomorrow morning I will go there and be live.
Are you guys still pretty free to move around in Germany then?
Well, yeah, tomorrow he's closed. So I'm the only one to go in there because nobody works there tomorrow. I would not go if people work there. So I don't want to, go there and catch something or infect anybody. But of course I can sit in my car, drive to his place, and he opens and lets me in, and I'm alone there, and I can just film and do whatever I like and choose some nice stuff.
Cool. Yeah, we're more locked down than that. We're only allowed out for essentials, so like food or an hour exercise a day.
I have been sitting now in the house for 4 weeks, just going to the bakery, buying some stuff, some grocery stuff, and going home. This is what I did. So tomorrow I would like to go there, and I will not do other stuff, but just go in there and film a little bit.
Same here, other than, was it day before yesterday when we went out and just went for a walk on the hills by us, not too far.
Yeah. Luckily, I live in a very nice area. I live in the middle of the forest, and I have 5 balconies, so I always can go out on the balcony and have some fresh air or whatever. And I'm used to home office. When I'm in Germany, I usually stay at home because I travel so much that I don't want to go out. But now it's a special situation. So whatever. I mean, you should come and visit me one day. It's
I'd love
not
to.
so far. You can just hop on the car and come over, and we go to Aquarium Dietzenbach. We go and see Ollie's place, and yeah, not a problem. You can see Dennerle, of course, the greenhouses. Get some plants for free. I can arrange that. You can take another nanocube home.
That would be insane. I'd love to do that. That'd be amazing.
And I give you 50 shrimps extra.
That's it. It's worth it. It's worth a flight just for that. Whereabouts are you then? Because I thought are you in Germany or?
At the moment, I'm in Germany. Yes.
Right. Okay. Because I got confused for a while. I thought Chris Lukaup. No, Lukaup sounds like a Germany-ish sort of European name. So is he from Germany? And then I seen you were like a lot of the American shows. I'm like, hang on, is this dude from America or where?
No, this dude is
when I first discovered who you were, of course, and then I found out more about the music, and I was like, oh, cool, this guy's actually a cool dude. Like, we're on the same sort of wavelength. He's into fish and shrimp and music.
But this dude is from planet Earth. So I don't like borders. I don't like all that crap because I want to travel freely. I want to, I feel really at home on planet Earth. I love Indonesia. I love the US, the nature there. I like South America, Australia, New Zealand, all of it. So why should there be borders for what?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. I see what you mean. I see where you're coming from.
So
my earliest memory of a crayfish is catching one in the stream across the road from my house when I was a kid.
And still, you have crayfish there?
I'm not sure. I haven't been there for a long time, but somebody told me it was a cardinal cray, which is an invasive species from America, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, because it was quite brightly coloured, it had a lot of blues and stuff on it, and I thought, well, I don't see those crayfish in in here before. I was catching, sticklebacks and minnows and what were they called? We used to call them bull's heads. I forget what the name of them are. Chub and roach and all those sort of stuff from our rivers. And then I see
not
this.
Not very colorful, right?
No, boring. They're just saying silver or gold. And I mean, the most you get on a roach is a bit of red on the fins. But this thing, I thought, what the hell is that? I picked it up, put it in a bucket, took it home to my mum. She was going to cook it. I went, you're not cooking that? Put that back.
Don't do that to me.
No,
somebody saying, Diana, where are you from? Colombia? ¿Tú eres de Colombia? Or you just love Colombia?
Ian Moore.
Yeah.
Yes, we do still have them in the UK. I think he's referring to crayfish. Yeah, which though? I know there's loads of cardinals in the Thames, cardinal crays in the Thames.
Well, you have the invasive species is the signal crayfish, I think, in the UK.
Yeah, signal cardinal, signal. Yeah, that's what we call them. Yeah, and for a while you didn't have to have a license to fish them. You just used to get a crayfish pot.
Well, you should always take them out. I mean, in my view, because they do harm. So if you take them out, you help the native species because you have a native species there.
Native species is a lot smaller.
Well, it's a lot smaller and not so aggressive, so that's
not so colorful either.
Well, they're all brown.
Yeah.
In the UK, you have no colorful crayfish. Not even in the aquarium trade. You have just one species that is allowed. That it's Quadricarinatus. It's a big one. Not so colorful. But if you see the species from Indonesia or a lot of species from the US, they are beautiful.
I've kept quite a few shrimp in my time. Mostly Neocaridina shrimp. I have kept black crystals and red crystals and PRLs, but I haven't really had much success with those because I think where I got them from, they were being kept in RO, and I mean, although I've got soft tap water, I was kind of dabbling with shrimp at the time, and I didn't really know much about RO remineralizing it and all that because I've never had to, because my tap water is like 7.2 pH straight out the tap, and it's it's quite soft as well. So so I was kind of like,
but meals are okay with 7.2, 7.5.
But then in my last tank, I had a Fluval Roma 125. and I bought Atia gabonensis, and I absolutely loved it. What an awesome shrimp! I used to get him to crawl on my finger, and my wife would freak because she's like, "Oh no, it's like a bug, it's like an alien. Put him back in the tank." And I'm like, "No, he's cool." And then somebody on the shrimp pages pointed out, "You've actually got a female there, mate." I called him Bruce, and someone pointed out, "Yeah, that's actually a female." I was like, I might have to get her a boyfriend, but I never ended up getting one in the end. But
most of the shrimp in the trade, the Gabonensis, Ataya, was it Gabonensis or was it Molluscensis?
No, it was Atia gabonensis, the giants.
Gabonensis, but most that I have seen are females.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing they don't want you to have males because they don't want you to breed them.
It's difficult to breed them, and the guys who sell them, they don't I think that they even don't know how to look for sexes. They can't sex them. I believe that they just throw everything they catch, and the males are maybe smaller or something.
Right.
Rarely I've seen males in the trade, mostly females.
Somebody did point out to me a long time ago, because I'm friendly with a guy over here who breeds shrimp. He's bred everything from Thai Bs to CRSs, Crystal Reds, PRLs, loads and loads of different cherries, of course. But like the high grade cherries, like the fire shrimp and stuff like that, he's bred. He's got
the
some
high grade cherries.
Yeah,
you know that the red cherry was the first, the normal ones, and I know that that was the first ones. We called them cherries or fire.
Yeah,
and then Sakura was the next level.
Yeah,
but I know that in the US is the other way around.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's very strange, but in when it started with the shrimp, that was like in the end of the 90s, and I would say that I'm, in fact, first generation shrimpers, and now we have generation 20 or something. But when we gave the names back then, fire and cherry was the same, but was a very basic low grade. Davidi red.
Yeah, these were all sort of. Sometimes I've heard them called painted reds as well.
Yeah, but I have a poster, a great Neo poster. So if people want to download it, I will have to put it on the Shrimp King page. Somebody says hello from Romania. Salut din Germania. Eu m-am născut în Brașov, în România, și mai vorbesc puțin românește, că nu am cu cine să vorbesc, except cu Alex Vereș, un prieten de mine. Now I said hello in Romanian to a friend of ours here that just joined from Romania.
Ah, cool. The more the merrier. Yeah, Peter Roscoe, Amateur Aquatics, his next project that he's going to be filming for his YouTube channel is he's attempting to breed Amanos.
Well, Amanos are not that difficult to breed. If you have a little bit of salt, you can breed them.
Because I've had
the larvae, you have to feed the larvae with some special food, but other than that.
Okay, because he's gonna try that. Because he said he's seen a few people on YouTube that haven't been really successful, so he's going to try.
The Logeman brothers bred them in like 15 years ago already, and there's big breeders in Israel that breed big quantities. So, but there's a lot of people who breed them. Somebody who was asking me about what is my favorite place to film underwater. Well, I have several favorite places. One is, of course, Florida, because it's very interesting and you can see different kind of plants. You can see the fish, the turtles, the snails, the crayfish, and all that. And it's very clear water, especially the springs. Then it's Brazil, of course. In Brazil, you have these beautiful, also clear water habitats. Sulawesi is another one, the lakes. And I would like to go to New Zealand, because New Zealand has some really amazing stuff. And I think, absolutely amazing. The springs there blow my mind. Colombia, of course, Caño Cristales has been absolute mind-blowing experience.
Yeah, have you filmed the Rainbow River, haven't you?
Yes, I've been there, and I bribed the guy so I could really go into the river. I gave him like 50 euros, and he just turned to the other side, and I could really film there in peace, and nobody bothered me. And
Speaking of Adam, he's just joined. Evening, Adam.
Excuse me again.
Adam Pascal has just joined. So evening, Adam.
Oh, Adam. Yeah, Adam, you are a great aquascaper. I think one of the best on the planet, and because Adam has this special taste for how can I say, like real nature stuff. He's not building too much the tiny trees in the aquarium. He does more like that. What I see underwater. You know, I never met a little Christmas tree underwater in one of my places. But Adam is doing it more the natural style, and I like that a lot.
Bone of contention, that is. That's a very controversial subject.
Well, everybody has his opinion. I mean, I also did it one time, but I prefer more the natural style. And Adam has some really great rocks. He uses always these gray, natural-looking rocks, and natural like sand and all that. And I really like that.
I wonder if he can confirm what I was talking about earlier about the geology of his stone. Whether there is stone in Romania.
I am more often in Romania, so I have to if there is there, I will go and check.
Yeah, go there and dig some up. Put it in your shrimp tanks. I don't think they'll like it though if it leaches any lime.
I will if Adam tells us the location, I will be happily go there and check if he knows it.
With a hammer.
Prachtscaper says hello. Hello. Where are you from? Sounds more Dutch.
He works for Aquaflora.
Of course, then you see.
Yeah.
Love you too, Adam.
Oh, he doesn't love me then. Oh, well, never mind.
Of course, we all love each other. Don't worry, we are a big family.
I laughed yesterday when he called me a pro. I was like, you're joking. No way, dude. I mean, I get paid by my customers, but that doesn't make me a pro.
but don't worry, I'm neither a pro. You know, I'm just a hobbyist, like most of the guys out there. I'm just
me too.
One of them.
Yeah, me too. So do you have a favorite shrimp? No,
I love all the.
You love them all.
I even love insects. You know, I photograph a lot of insects. I love everything. I mean, cannot have that much time for every creature on the planet, so I'm stuck with the shrimp and the crayfish. Crayfish is, in fact, my main interest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the crayfish. I'm just writing the atlas of all the crayfish of the world. I have it done. 400 pages, 800 pictures. I have the world record in collecting crayfish. Awesome. I collected 500 species myself.
Wow. So have you... Obviously, you've named quite a few then.
Yes, I did.
So I'm hoping to schedule a live stream with Mikolji as well. Have you spoken to Mikolji?
Yes, I did. I love his work. Of course, if you see his work, it's fantastic. You know, he's a great guy doing great work. I mean, I have a lot of admiration for somebody that he's lucky that he lives in a place where he can have all that stuff. I mean, in Germany, I have also some nice creeks here. Just a creek in the back of the house of my wife now. It's a beautiful creek. You should look at the video, guys. You will find it on my Instagram and on my Facebook, and you cannot believe that is Germany. It's a beautiful creek with a lot of water plants. Check it out. Yeah,
I think I will. But I'm always online. Always. You've probably seen. I'm always online all the time.
Yes, you're always online. You don't sleep. You're a vampire like me.
Yeah, definitely. Big vampire fan.
Yeah. But I have to. I'm not always online, but a lot anyway. I have to take care of the family. I have kids and.
Yeah. Me too. I got two boys. How about you?
I have a girl and a boy. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, two boys. I've got.
My kids, they speak 3 languages in one sentence. You will not believe it, because at home we speak English, and my wife speaks with them Spanish. I speak German, and the little guy is speaking like 3 languages in one sentence. Incredible!
Wow, amazing. Yeah, they're like sponges, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking me if I have a shrimp tank at home. I have 15 tanks at home. 15. And now that I bought my wife another house, I have like 200 square meters here. I can put more tanks.
Fill with more tanks.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me. I love some more. I would like a dedicated shrimp setup myself.
See, this is what happens when the wife live in the same house. JP Gomez said he has to go now. The wife is calling. Stop it! Enough! It's time. Go to bed now.
No, not for me. Not yet. Too early.
Yeah.
I know when it's time. I know when it's getting late because this light goes off at 10 behind me.
Okay.
I've got it on a timer, so I know when the light goes off, 10 o'clock.
You have to go to sleep then.
No, I got to go to the fridge and get more beer.
You know what? About like a couple of months ago, I drank for the first time alcohol in my life.
Yeah, really.
And I felt a bit like it's not my thing.
No,
not at all. No.
when you drink enough of it, you don't get that feeling.
I drank like a little bit of, what was it called? It was Irish cream, like a little bit like that.
Baileys, yeah.
Was sweet, was okay, but then I felt that my feet got like, my legs got like heavy, and no, I cannot do that. No, never again. Everybody thinks because I'm German I have to drink beer. No way. I mean, now with 50, I drank my first alcohol. I smoked half of a joint and I got sick. And never again I will do that. And I have a tattoo now as well, but with 50. So, I said when I was 20, I said I will do and try out some stuff when I'm 50. Now I'm 50, I tried it out. It's not for me. No alcohol, no joints or all that stuff. I don't like it.
No.
I will just stay with water and milk.
Oh, milk, yeah. I'm a big fan of milk. I'm a big fan of milk too. Yeah, I'm not having any tattoos. I don't like them.
I never wanted to have a tattoo on me, but now I have the name of my wife on my
yeah, me too. Hang on. Where is it?
I had to impress her because
right there.
You see, we are good boys. I had to impress her because Julia is also there. Hey Julia, how are you? I hope you are good. Yeah, like I said, I had to impress her, and I came home with a tattoo. But let's see if she's impressed. She lives in another house now. I live in this house. Let's see how it goes.
Well, doesn't that tell you something? I don't think she was impressed.
No, all good.
I joke, obviously. I'm joking.
Well, I was too much on the road, and she was complaining a little bit that I was like too much into the hobby.
Yeah.
Much on players and this and that, and I really slowed down. I changed everything.
Yes, it's funny. When I was in the last band, I was I played like 1950s style rockabilly stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's great fun. I mean, I used to have a big quiff, but I've shaved it off because it's too much maintenance. It's just easier to just whip the clippers over and put a hat on. It's just easier.
Also, you don't have to. I mean, now that I cut my hair for half a meter, it's much more easy. But before I had to, this or that. That was too much. Now that I'm not headbanging too much anymore.
You could have a mullet. You could have a mullet like the Tiger King instead.
But I'm an Elvis fan since I'm 5 years old.
Yeah.
I saw Elvis and I was blown away. When I was 5 years, I saw him on TV. Wow. And still to today, he's really impressing me. This guy is one of the best, in fact, the best entertainer that the planet ever had.
I'm glad you said entertainer.
Yeah.
Because I was brought up on all that stuff, all 50s music. My parents were big, massively. They're still into it. They still dress like it as well now. And
great.
My dad
But he was also a great singer, Elvis. He didn't write too many songs. He was not a songwriter.
No, he ripped off most of his songs.
Yeah, but I don't care. I mean, I think with his charisma, he was the best entertainer in the 70s, in the 60s, in the 50s for sure. So for me, he's still the king. Elvis is the king. I mean, I've been to Graceland. I've been yes, totally. I'm a huge Elvis fan. I never was a fan so much except Slayer and Elvis. Yeah.
Oh, Slayer, yeah, for sure, definitely. Well, Dave Lombardo is probably my favorite drummer in the world. Purely and simply because I watched some of the live videos, and when you do the drum cam on his legs and on his feet. Now, a lot of drummers, they play heel toe, or they play on the double kick pedal, and they play
Pedro,
different.
what do you mean? Who is Elvis? Are you kidding me? How old are you, Pedro? Come on.
Everyone.
Of course, you know who is Elvis. Don't play with me, Pedro. ¿Qué pasó, macho? ¿Qué pasó, macho? Pedro,
Yes.
I come over, you'll spank your.
Yes, Pedro's just said no. That's probably my favorite band in the world.
Pantera, yes, I like Pantera also. It's just great stuff.
Or should I say was?
This riff is great, but
I'm glad
is, you know, we have to be romantic also, because the girls, they also like to be romantic, and Elvis is romance, you know. I mean,
there's some slow songs. Come on now. when me and my wife got married, you know, when the lady walks down the aisle.
Yeah.
Well, we had what was the El Nino? You know El Nino?
Yes.
With you, I think the name is the song.
I don't know that song, but I played with them on Wacken.
And we had,
I don't remember.
And we had Joe Satriani. Sorry, that's right, Joe Satriani. While she walked down the aisle to, I'm not sure which track it was, but then we had El Nino. Then, you know, there's something in your ways that makes you want to stay here.
I know the band because we played with them on Wacken one time, and I saw part of the show, but
yeah.
I don't remember this.
Well, that song was after when we were signing a register and stuff. And when when we first finished getting married and we said our vows, we put our rings on, and you turn around and everyone in the room claps you. We walked out. We walked out to Jimi Hendrix, Foxy Lady.
Well, that's cool. You know, that's really cool. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, there was everyone at our wedding, from, you know, people who were into all sorts of music, but everybody knew the main songs, and they were all laughing and clapping and stuff. So it had the right effect. It couldn't have been serious for me anyway. I don't take anything seriously.
Julia is asking what song was played on my wedding. It was, I think, as far as I remember, it was a song that I wrote for my wife back then. I was married 2 times, so. Yeah.
Which wedding?
Well, the first time it was also a song that I written. I even cannot remember. It's a long time ago, 20 years, even longer. Oh, I did so many things. I'm getting old, Julia, so now I don't remember the things very well.
Yeah, my wife's telling me to go back to fish. Stop talking about music.
Okay.